Okay, we're back to the Ruthless Talent Show. I'm your guest host, Big Z-Man. This is my beautiful guest host, Miss Bardot, and our awesome Ruthless DJ.
Yes, she is beautiful.
Okay, and back to Vincent Hemmingson and Thomas Lockhart with their Vanishing Tattoo documentary, The Vanishing Tattoo.
Come on, now Z-Man, you gotta share with your audience at home, who did your first tattoo?
Well, actually, Vince, you had a little part in that.
I did.
And if everybody would like to see that part,
That's the all-seeing eye.
Now that we're showing tattoos, we might as well have a look at the one that you got on the Vanishing Tattoo documentary, Vince.
I actually got two.
And it's, those are the underbellies of the frogs.
That's right, that's the barong, which is the eggplant flower, and the center spiral is a tadpole. And I got that one there. That took 6.5 hours. And it was 6.5 hours of getting punched in with those actual tattoo instruments right there.
Really?
Yeah, it's a similar system to the Samoans.
Exactly.
Longer sticks,
Yeah.
not the same idea. Hold the stick, tap it in like that.
And 6.5 hours to get tattooed.
Very
It's a long day.
Very painful, eh?
I actually think it's a little less painful than a electric tattoo machine, but that would have been over. I mean, Tom would have done those tattoos in what, an hour and a half?
Yeah, that's what
That's what happens when you have
Professional.
machine technology.
Well, yeah, but it's, of course, part of the problem and one of the reasons for making a documentary is the young people, they want Harley Davidsons and Screaming Eagles and Bart Simpson tattoos.
Exactly.
They don't want their traditional designs, which we think are very beautiful and should be preserved.
Yeah. So, Thomas, apparently you have a little chihuahua over there, and her name's Chili.
Amazingly, actually, it's related to your dog.
Well, actually,
Vince's
Sassy's
as well. How about
cousin.
that, eh?
Speaking of Sassy, where is she?
Where is she? Sassy.
Locked
Oh,
outside.
she's not in there.
Is that how it tramps around a little bit?
She was down on
I think she's got a problem with
tequila as well.
a little bit. So, basically,
I think there's a Chihuahua walk incidentally. I think it's July 21st, Sunday.
Yeah.
July 21st, right now.
I guess I'll be seeing
Anybody that needs to be there can hang out with the old grandmas. And Thomas.
I mean, that sounds like a classic Ruthless talent remote. You could have Miss Bardot,
Miss
Sassy
Bardot.
on a leash.
That's
They could
right.
have matching outfits. How cool would that be?
That would be very cool.
That's amazing publicity we're giving you for free, Z-Man.
Yes, sir. And speaking about publicity, let's show a clip from the Vanishing Tattoo documentary.
From halfway around the world come two adventurers who will stop at nothing to see for themselves what's left of Borneo's once glorious tattoo traditions. Forging their way into country that was home to perhaps the fiercest headhunters the world has ever known, these two Canadians are hot on the trail of some of Sarawak's last remaining tribal tattoo masters. A small hand-tap tattoo of only a few square inches takes many painful hours to pound into the flesh with a needle on a stick. But it's been decades since anyone along the Scrong River has seen this rite performed. These tattoo hunters won't quit until they've witnessed this vanishing ritual firsthand, even sacrificing themselves to the needles, if they have to keep this dying art form alive.
And speaking of that, do you want to mention the website one more time, Tom? Or Vincent?
We got two of them. One is for the documentary. It's called www.vanishingtattoo.com. And I have my own personal website too. That's www.westcoasttattoo.com.
Well, that's great. And to finish up the show, maybe you could just show us your back piece, Thomas.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
It's a Japanese style. It wasn't all done in Japan, but it's the back is actually by a guy called Paul Jeffries.
Yeah.
Out of Calgary.
That's great. Well, it was a pleasure to have you on the show, Vince.
It's called a kimono.
Z-Man, it was a pleasure to be here.
Dragons, phoenixes, yin yang, yu chen.
All right.
Okay.
So it was a great pleasure to have you on the whole show.
Thank you very much.
GC?
And thanks for having you on, Thomas. And thanks for Chili for being on the show. And her little cousin Sassy must be down the alley somewhere.
All right.
And we'll take it to commercial with DJ Smooth and our lovely guest.
Smooth house.
And we have our guest today, actor, model, Richard Dino. How you doing, Rick?
Pleased to be here. I'm doing good.
All
How's
right.
everybody else?
Doing great.
Excellent to hear.
So, Rick, you've been doing a lot of stuff in the film industry, basically scaring people and, doing a little bit of speaking parts apparently with Scooby and Shaggy in the next Scooby-Doo film.
Yeah, I've just been doing background work since '96. I did a music video with Jan Arden, and then a small bit part.
What was that like?
Oh, that was so good. That was filmed here in Vancouver down by the train station.
Oh yeah.
We did here most of the day, 8 hours. But it was, Jan Arden was so nice.
Really?
You're so sweet. Good person to work with.
Do you know Jan Arden person?
All right, Pardo. You know Jan Arden?
I don't know her personally, but I know of her. Yeah.
All right.
Excellent people. And this industry is so wild in Vancouver, the movie industry, you wouldn't believe it.
Oh, yes, it is.
And then after that, you actually did something with David Hasselhoff on Nick's Fury, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
And what was it like working with that production?
Well, I didn't really get to see very many stars. Didn't get to see Hasselhoff, but we got to see the set.
I remember seeing you in that clip, and you actually had a pretty good from that.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, there are a lot of people who say, oh my God, is that Rick?
Yeah, sure it is.
And that Jan Arden also that you let him expose
Oh,
as
a
well.
lot of it.
From here down in the States,
My uncle called me out from Chicago. He saw me on MTV.
What do you think of it, Rick?
Awesome. I mean, if you can get
It's called elephant disease.
That's right. It's not a fatal kind, right?
It's not the fit I know. They are.
That's a great thing.
It is true, but I get to live longer.
And I noticed your sons don't have it either.
No, they
It's
don't.
not
I got-
contagious
I
like.
got 3 kids. I got 2 sons and a daughter, and I don't really have what I got.
Yeah. So what do you think of our lovely Ruthless and Kitty babes, Richard?
Oh, they are sweet. They are sweet. I would love to see more.
I'd like to meet them, I guess. Eh?
And I guess I would.
That's great.